The key thing that will keep you from blowing up your account, probably the biggest thing, is getting your ego out of the way, and the emotions out of the way. And that's either FOMO, and we'll talk about two different things that could really blow up your account. FOMO, when you're chasing trades, and the more you trade, the more you will learn that the entry is everything. So if you miss your opportunity, you do not chase. You wait for that opportunity, you wait for the next setup. And what's even better is just don't trade for the day. If you missed your opportunity, you just don't trade for the day. FOMO is what will blow up your account because you've entered wrong and now you're having to manage a bad trade. That from the beginning, and your emotions are in it. It's often, when it comes to blowing up an account, it is often most likely due to the emotions of that trade. So you need to be really careful with your emotions. So the first off is FOMO. And the second, probably more important than FOMO, because everybody talks about FOMO. The second part, and that's goes back to ego as well, is just admitting when you're wrong. You enter a trade and you're not seeing that continuation out of the gate. So I'm going to have a perfect example for that. So where a trade really could have gone against me. So I had this kind of pre-market level set here as it's coming through. And as you can see, there's also another line here, and I had to reset my levels, but here's just an example. So it really starts short on the day. There's this really big rejection and it continues further, but it's kind of this doji. So I grabbed that really early on. And here's the other important thing about paying yourself immediately, like whenever it comes into key levels. So it came down here. If I didn't pay myself here, and I did, I would have been red on the day. And I really wanted this to sell off, as it's coming up here, this kind of nice kind of cup formation. I really wanted to see it kind of continue on further. And I had this trade short. And even it ticked this resistance level again, right? And it just this pre-market level, it ticked it again, and it looked like it was going to go short. And I saw this pullback right here into the VWAP. And I was like, you know what? I see like this is a clear pullback. There was this big, massive green hammer here, even though it's pulling back. It's red. I did not get the continuation I wanted. I wanted more continuation. So if you're entering a trade and you do not see that continuation happen right away, you need to get out. That's how you blow up accounts, is when you think your trade's going to work and it starts to work against you and it's coming up, it comes in your level and you're just not out. If your risk level is broken, if it breaks your level, you just need to get out. That's when accounts are blown, because you don't get out and admit that you're wrong, and things really work against you. Like had I just, thought, okay, I'm not wrong. And then had I not gotten out in here, it would have blown through this. And then I would have to really manage that. That's an awful waiting for this to retest. And then I probably would have had to get out here, right, as it's kind of retesting this VWAP and just admitting I'm wrong here. That's a hard management. But even there, admitting, if you're like, what, I really think it's going to come down, and then not admitting you're wrong again, holy smokes, by the end of that day, I mean, that's a massive, like 10 points. That's how accounts get blown, not admitting you're wrong. So if a trade doesn't go your way, get out and trade again the next day. That's the key. That's probably the biggest key. That's to avoid your account blowing up. So if you want to learn more about how to trade, true fundamentals, the price action system is in the link below. If you want my daily levels, all the levels that I set every morning, I send out those emails, my trade plan for the day. If you want that, again, you don't have to trade any kind of Discord, any kind of management. It's just an email to you. And link is in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.